What's up, guys? Another random shop video here. Sorry, my hands are filthy, but what better way to start this video than with a check engine light on the FRS. So we're gonna read that, see what's happening, see if I can get the open flash tablet plugged in here, if I can find the OBD port. Well, almost had it. There we go. Let's wait for this thing to kick on. Alright, so this thing has loaded, so let's go to diagnostics, my car, and then we're gonna do Ecu Fault Codes, P0463. So let's grab out the handy dandy phone, and then let's look up, I think that's the coil pack, P0, what is it, 463 FRS. Inaccurate fuel level reading. Gets that when the fuel tank indicates that there is more fuel than is mathematically possible for the tank to hold. Interesting, because I have about quarter tank, a little more than quarter tank. So I'm just gonna clear this guy. Let's turn the engine off. Let's clear this. Now let's start up again. Voila, it's gone. So that didn't seem like anything too serious, so I'm not really worried about like doing much more information or reading on it. If it comes back again, maybe I will. But dang, man, I haven't done a whole lot with this car lately. Oh, I got a leaf stuck to my rear spat. My friggin' bumper's held on with tape because the bumper kept coming off on the highway, and it actually like ripped up and ripped the bumper in half. So I got to drift stitch this whenever I get some time. But today I'm going to be doing some organization at the shop because I'm going to be working on that manual swap. There we go. Lock was being a little goofy there. So I've already done a little bit of organization, but I've got the Silver XP. I sold a bunch of parts. I sold both of the front doors, the front bumper. I still have the front fenders, but I might keep those. Still have the side skirt, the one that was left. I sold a bunch of random little trim pieces, the fender liners and stuff like that to a guy. Basically just trying to get rid of a bunch of parts and parts that people need, not trying to really make a whole lot of money off of this car. I really just want to, get rid of a lot of the parts. I got the wiper arm soaking with some PB Blaster because I would like to get this guy off of here and throw this on hers because her wiper is pretty garbage. Otherwise I might do a rear wiper delete because that'd be pretty cool. Just to have, just a flat panel. It'd be pretty nice. Get rid of the Scion logo as well. So we'll see. But yeah, my goal for right now is just to go through, organize some stuff. Right now, the Legacy is over at Arc Asylum. Tyler's shop over there. He's going to be making an exhaust for it because I've been doing a bunch of work on that. So I replaced the ball joints. Well, actually, last weekend I did an oil change, and I haven't really jacked the car up and looked at it since we've owned the thing. And the ball joints were really bad. So this one is pretty rough. I mean, it's got a little bit of play, but the other one, I mean, I can move the wheel back and forth by an inch. So I tried to take apart the pinch bolt, and the pinch bolt ended up snapping inside. So I brought it over to Tyler. He, got the ball joint out and everything. He ended up cracking the knuckle. So he welded it up for me and gave me a through bolt. But I ended up just buying new knuckles, new wheel bearings, and which is a good thing because trying to get the axle out, I destroyed the freaking bearing on this one. It sounds like garbage now. It wasn't that bad before, but just from pounding on the hub so much, just ruined it. So I got new wheel bearings, new knuckles, new ball joints. I ordered new axles. He's going to be doing that exhaust. Basically, I'm doing a single exit muffler delete because the Y pipe or the Y piece on the exhaust was leaking. I riveted all the heat shields so they stop rattling. Thing's gonna be a solid daily. I also ordered the Tien lowering springs, so it'll be lowered 1.5 inches in the front and the back, so that'll be neat. But yeah, so I think for right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this XB out, just park it on the side. I'm gonna roll the silver one out and just park it right here, and then I'm gonna get to work on organizing this place, because right now it is so freaking messy. I've got so much stuff everywhere, and I need some organization before I get started on this project, because that is gonna take a while, and I'm just gonna need to be, you know, focused and be able to find things, and I can't do that when it's super messy out here. All right, so it looks like I haven't done a whole lot, but I've actually done a few things here. So for the longest time, I didn't have this stud in here, or this, I don't know what it would be considered, joist. So I cut that one, and then I just, you know, screwed it in like that, because I didn't have that plate. And then I actually fixed this one, because this one was crooked before. So now this one goes right up against that piece. And I also added these 2x6s here, because as you can see, that's where the floor separates up there. So before, when I would, you know, walk up here, I'd step here and the piece of plywood would flex. So that was kind of spooky. So I ended up fixing that. I added a bunch more screws to the front support here. Now this thing is super sturdy. I mean, it's not going anywhere. So got that stuff all done. I also added a little bit bigger piece back here, a 2x6, to help keep these two together, since I ended up doing two 7 foot long 2x6s for that. So now I got the loft all sturdy. I got the wheels up there. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that hood and stuff like that. The hood I might just get rid of, maybe. I'm not entirely I'm not entirely sure. But I started working on my bench again too, because I was, you know, missing the pieces that go across. So I got that 2x4 in there, and now I just need another 2x4 to go across. And then I'm gonna be getting rid of this toolbox, probably, or I might use it for something. I'm not exactly sure yet. It might be a good idea to use that guy for like random bolts and parts and things like that. So we'll see. So now I basically have to, you know, figure out where all these parts are gonna go here, including that transmission. It'd be really nice to get the transmission under that bench, so it's out of the way, because I was gonna give that box to my dad. I'm not entirely sure. I might even use it, like pull it out here and use it while I'm working on cars, so I don't have to walk back and forth to my box. But we'll see. I'm gonna figure all this stuff out quick and then continue working. All right, so this is what I got. Got Alex's stuff in the corner there. Then got like my oil drain pans. This is stuff I gotta get rid of. We gotta use the totes to get some stuff out of my apartment. These signs I'm actually giving to my dad. These tires are just junk tires. So then over here, I've got this toolbox here, and I've got just like random parts in here. So I can just have, you know, easy access to just throw random shit in there. Toolbox. And then under the bench, we have transmission, jack stands, axle, jacks. And then we got, you know, just the bench with some random shit on it. Over there, I've got all my detailing stuff. My hoist is down here. I did put the engine stand up there just because I'm not really using it right now. And then put the few random boxes I had on the ground up there on the shelves. I got my vehicle dollies on top of this thing because I plan on pulling the front knuckles. So this thing's gonna need a way to roll back and forward. And then actually, Tyler's gonna come pick it up with a forklift and a trailer once I'm done with everything and get rid of it for me. So that'll be nice. Yeah, other than that, I've got just a few parts over here. The fenders I think we're gonna keep, just because greasies are a little dented. Like right here, you got some weird bacon waves. Although they're not that bad, I might actually just keep these ones and get rid of those. I think that's gonna be the best idea. But yeah, got the ceiling bumper, the bumper of the ceiling, and yeah. But I think that's all I'm gonna do for right now. Now it's just time to wait to pick up the Legacy with the new exhaust and no heat shield rattle. Excited, super excited about that exhaust, man. All right, so I'm out here at the Ark Asylum. Tyler has put together the exhaust for the Legacy. This is so fucking beautiful. Check this thing out. I like it, I like it. I'm also doing lowering springs right away. got these guys today, so I already got the lower bolts out. Now I just have to get the upper bolts out, which I'm just gonna use a ladder and then pop up and do those, I think, while he does the back. And then the rear, we have to drop it down because I have to take the floor out and then remove the 2 bolts there. But hoping I can get the fronts out and get those replaced while he's doing that stuff. So here we have new spring, looking all nice like, with the help of some spring compressors. Got this on. Super excited to get that on there, see what it looks like. All right, so fronts are in. Tyler's gonna be welding up the exhaust. So springs are on all the way around. Tyler's being a G, cleaning my wheels for me. Exhaust is finished and painted all the way back there so it doesn't rust. Got everything put back together. Just gotta throw the wheels back on, take for a test drive, see how it sounds, let the suspension settle, all that fun stuff. Here's what it looks like with the springs, and nothing's settled yet. It's literally just taken off a lift. But I'm definitely liking it so far. This is perfect, honestly. It's exactly what I wanted. And we got this exhaust here. Let's give this a little shut. Oh yeah, I'm digging this. I am digging this. So now that my daily is done, I can start to work on this thing. So I've already sold a bunch of parts off of this guy. Sold the doors, the front bumper, the fenders are still sitting over there, hood is still sitting over there. I've got the heater going, so I'm not sure how my voice is gonna sound, but I kind of want to see how well this holds heat in here. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to put a tarp up along the ceiling, but I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see how it goes. But my plan of attack is to probably get the rest of the front end off of here. Then I'll probably jack it up. I'll take the wheels off, take the knuckles off, pull the axles, and I'll drain the coolant and the oil, and then pull everything out. So yeah, first thing I'm gonna do is disconnect the battery. So I've got most of the front end off here. I've got the car off the ground. I can't actually take the axles out because I don't know where my 12.32 millimeter went. So I gotta find that guy. And luckily there's no pressure in this air conditioning stuff. I just took a little screwdriver and just pressed it real quick just to see if there's anything in there. Because that stuff you do not want to release into the atmosphere, which it's empty, so I don't have to worry. So I could just disconnect all the AC stuff and pull it off without, having to worry about it going into the atmosphere and then killing everybody. So I'm good to pull all the air conditioning stuff off. I'll probably get the windshield washer reservoir off. I'll get all the little stuff done so that when I get the socket, I'll be good to just pull the axles, pull them out. Alright, got all the wiring disconnected, got the radiator out. So now it's basically just going to be like the vacuum hoses, the coolant hoses that go to the heater core, axles, mount, and then this thing can come right out of here. So I realized while editing the video that I never really showed what the exhaust sounds like, so I figured I'd do a little video of just what it sounds like inside the car while I'm heading out to the shop. Sorry if my voice sounds a little goofy, it's super cold, it's like 30 degrees outside or something crazy, but yeah, the exhaust turned out really good. It's not too loud, not too quiet. It sounds perfect, honestly. Actually, Gracie ended up getting a new car the other day. She got a 2015 Forester XT. So basically it's the FA20 turbo, same engine that's in the FRS. So yeah, this thing is you know, completely mine now. So don't have to worry about her driving it for work, which, I mean, I don't mind if she drives it for work, but you know, now I have lots of time to get things done and I'll be able to drive this thing to the shop, whatnot. Because the FRS is kind of down right now, kind of, sorta. I'll kind of explain once I get out here. So let's get a little outside exhaust action. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it very well because of the wind, but I'm just gonna plop my GoPro here. Sorry for the sideways angle. So yeah, thing doesn't sound too bad, huh? Also, I got the snow tires on this thing because it's gonna be snowing soon, and it snowed a little bit the other weekend. And took this thing up to visit my parents, so I had to get the snow tires on there. But yeah, it's freaking cold out, man. It's so cold. I had to kind of clean up in here. I've got a bunch of stuff everywhere. I feel like half my shop videos aren't even me working on stuff. They're just me organizing everything. Because I come out here work and then I make a mess and then I, you know, gotta clean it. So yeah, I'm gonna pull this thing out and then get all this stuff situated and all that, and maybe get working on this. I ordered where did I put those sockets? I ordered one for the Legacy and FRS, oh here they are, and then I ordered one for the XB. So we got that 30mm 12 point. Hopefully this'll fit all nice like. Beauty. All right. So yeah, I might work on that. I gotta get this freaking door shut and get the heater turned on. It is cold as hell. Oh my god. So luckily I was watching the video when I had the heater on in the last video, and that didn't make any sense, but yeah, I watched that video and it seemed like my voice carried pretty well over the heater, so that's good. You got just the door closed here. I got it, you know, cracked a little bit so that nobody can like lock me in here, but yeah, I gotta organize all this stuff. These wheels are so dirty because when I brought the Legacy out here, it was raining, so of course all that junk gets stuck to the wheels. I also have some axles for the front of the Legacy that I have to put in because both axles have torn boots, and then I have to replace the tie rod axle nuts because the cotter pins are destroyed and they are in the tie rod itself. So I had to get those replaced, but luckily, I mean, Gracie doesn't drive the car now, so it kind of just sits because I have a work vehicle. So I'll get to that whenever I get to it. But yeah, now it's time to get it shit organized. Maybe start working on this thing again. So looking at this thing, I think what I'm gonna have to do is, instead of pulling the engine up and out, I think I'm gonna drop it down and under through the front. Just because you can see like this battery plate comes over where the trans is. On this side, you know, it should clear the frame rail if I drop it straight down. You know, I might have to take off this bracket. And let's just take a look at the mounts here. So we've got, you know, this mount, which won't be an issue. We've got the ground there for the trans. I don't see anything else that looks like it should have problems clearing. The back of the trans looks like it should clear the subframe back there. Let's take a look back here. There's probably a mount in the back, isn't there? I don't even know. Never taking one of these bad boys out. But like this mount should be fine here if I just disconnect it from the block here. And what I'd like to do, whoa, there's a heater there. What I'd like to do is when we put the engine into Gracie's car with the manual trans and all that, I'd like to lift the engine a little bit, because when these things are so low, what happens is the power steering belt rubs on the axle, and then the axle will rub on the frame. So the frame's easy, I just gotta notch it, you know, it's just a thin piece of metal here. The actual frame doesn't start for, I don't know, maybe an inch or so. So that'll give me some extra room there. And basically all I'd have to do is, you know, add a couple shims here. On this side, it looks like I could, you know, cut this thing and have Tyler, you know, weld it up a little bit higher. So maybe just lift it, I don't know, half an inch or so here, so that it still clears this bushing. So it looks like we got a mount there. We got that mount over there. Is there a mount in the back of the trans? I'm not sure. Can't see, it's pretty dark back here. It looks like, is there really not one? Is there? That can't be the only two mounts. If that's the only two mounts, that is insane. Well, I guess it's not like these things make a whole lot of power. No, there's got to be another mount back there somewhere. Yeah, I'd like to lift the engine a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to. We'll see once I get everything out, you know, and see what it looks like, if it's going to be even possible. But yeah, I don't know. That's just some food for thought, I guess. But now I think I'm going to try to just pop the axles out maybe and get those guys out and just get some progress made on this thing today. So both of the axle nuts came out pretty easily, but I did let them soak in some PV Blaster for, you know, like a week and a half, so that should be good. So now I gotta get the cotter pin off of here. I gotta take the strut out, so it looks like I'll need like a 12 for the brake line. And it looks like that 12 should remove the ABS wire as well. And then, I don't know, maybe a 19 for that bolt, 17 for that looks like. And then I'll just pull the strut out and just disconnect the tie rod. And then I should be able to, you know, pull the axle or the knuckle enough to get the axle out. And then I just have to pull it from the trans. Hopefully it doesn't leak trans fluid everywhere. I don't know if it will or not. Hopefully it doesn't. Then once the axles are out, I can disconnect, like, you know, all the linkage, all the hoses and stuff. Then I have to disconnect the exhaust, which that's gonna be interesting. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do that, because I think it's gonna be a total bitch to try and do it while it's still in the car. And then, let's see, I'll probably, oh yeah, and there is another mount back here. Right back here, you can see it's connected to the trans. It's like one bolt, that's it. So, I'll take that guy out. Man, I keep stepping on this dang thing. Oh, here are my pajamas. Yeah, so we'll get to that when we get to that. For now, I just want to get the axles out. So, one axle's out. Got the trans slowly draining here. I don't know where the drain bolt is. Otherwise, I just drain it out of there. But I figure, oh well, I'll just let it kind of drip through the diff there. But yeah, one axle is out. Everything came apart relatively easily. So I'm hoping the other side comes apart relatively easy. And then I might try and get these knuckles off. The only thing that happened is the ABS sensor bolt broke off in here, which kind of sucks because I was gonna reuse these hubs on the other car, but I might see if I can get this guy out of here. Maybe I can bring it over to Tyler and he can use his crazy carbide bits to get that thing out of there. Because I'd like to get these sandblasted new bearings in here and then put them back on the other car. But yeah, you can see I kind of destroyed the ABS sensor a little bit to get it out because it was pretty stuck in there. Yeah, now I just got to move on to the other side. Alright, so we've got some sick angle, but axles out on this side,
it was, Jesus, it was pretty easy to get out. The only reason it was a little bit difficult is because it was kind of hard to, you know, pry against the trans because it was kind of a tight fit, but got it out. So now the axles are out, so that's one less thing to worry about. Now I have to do like the exhaust, the transmission linkage, vacuum hoses, the heater core hoses, all that type of stuff. The clutch line, so this guy here, which I will probably just replace with a braided hose when I do the swap, I think, because it looks like, you know, it's fitting here, then it's a metal line, then it goes back here, and then it's a rubber tube that goes up and over, and then it goes down to the slave back there, or the master back there, I should say. So yeah, not sure what I'm going to take out next, but probably just start working on something. Alright guys, so I have the heater core hoses disconnected, the evap line is disconnected, the fuel line is disconnected, you know, going to the fuel rail. I got this sitting up here so it doesn't drip, and I just threw a rag and a zip tie over the main little thing there. And then the return line is disconnected there. I sprayed all of the fittings for the clutch line, so I can take it apart wherever I need to. So all that's left is the clutch line, the exhaust, mounts, and the shifter linkage, and then I'll be able to drop the engine down and out. I don't know if I'm going to work on any more today just because I got some other stuff to do, but I feel like there's some pretty good progress. Also, the throttle cable is like stuck into the, I don't know, what the butterfly valve or whatever this is called here. So I have to figure out a way to get this out. I might have to just cut the cable. I don't really want to do that. I would like to save it, so I sprayed some PB Blaster in there. Hopefully that'll, you know, loosen up over time. But yeah, I think that's probably all I'm gonna do for today, and I think that's probably gonna be the end of this video. Actually, I'm gonna be rebuilding my computer, so I wanted to come out here, record a little bit, get this video finished. Next time I make a video, I might be doing, you know, the axles on the Legacy, continuing to work on this thing. Hopefully I can get this engine out of here, get the shifter out, a bunch of the interior stuff so I can get this shell out and get it scrapped. Hopefully I can get that done soon. It's nice, my landlord let me borrow his heater, so I can throw this over there. That's for that drain pan. So I got some heat out here, and then I just gotta, you know, get rid of all the other stuff, you know, like the fenders I'll probably keep, but the rest of the stuff I'm probably just gonna throw away, get rid of. But yeah, hopefully like this video, leave a like if you did like it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one.